The more closely you observe yourself, the more you will see how frequently you're lost in thought. And if you don't feel that you're lost in thought, you're nevertheless immersed in thinking. You're thinking about the past, you're thinking about the future. You're making plans, you're having random internal conversations with yourself about people, about situations, about possible events, about memories, about regrets. It goes on and on. It's as though you're standing out in the rain and all these thoughts are raining down on you. And you're getting wet because you're out in them. And they have an effect on you. These thoughts raining down on you that you're immersed in affect other thoughts. They affect your feelings. They affect your mood. They affect your overall energy. And so you think to yourself, well, I'll make it stop raining. I can stop my thoughts. But this isn't possible. You can put on a hat, or you can dress up in rain gear, and that will be a form of protection against all these thoughts. And this is sort of like a practice, using a spiritual practice to protect yourself against all your thoughts, to insulate yourself, in other words, from them. But you are still out in the rain, and this isn't a full solution. Alternatively, you can open up an umbrella, and again, you're now standing protected. You're dry. You're underneath your umbrella. But you're still out in the rain. And you are still immersed in thinking. And this feeling of having on rain gear or being under the umbrella, it comes with this feeling of I. I am now seeing all of my thoughts. I realize I'm being affected by them. I'm not seemingly able to do anything about them. When you're just standing out in the rain, you feel that you are your thoughts. That's what it feels like internally. You're standing there in the rain of all your thoughts. You feel that you are your thoughts and they are you. When you open up an umbrella or put on some rain gear, you start to feel now there is a difference between I and my thoughts. This technique of the umbrella, which can be, as I said, a spiritual practice, this can now create the sense that there is I and there are all these thoughts, but you're still out in the rain and you're still attached, you're still being affected. Thoughts are very tempting, just like a child is fascinated by the rain and wants to go out in the rain and stomp on the puddles. There's a fascination that we have that's part of what the fourth way calls our essence. And we become fascinated with our thoughts. We find this all very interesting. And this silence of our being is looking for itself, you could say. But it's looking in the wrong direction, and it ends up looking for itself in form. And the nearest form for it to associate itself with as a feeling of identity are our thoughts. And in a way, this is what is spoken about in the Lord's Prayer, about lead us not into temptation. Our thoughts are very tempting. But what you can do is let's say you're in the yard, you're standing out in the yard and it's raining. What you can do is you can step onto your porch, your covered porch. And from here, you can begin to feel more of a separation from the rain. It's not just right around you. It's outside. It's off the porch, and you're now standing on the porch. And this is akin to a deeper feeling of being the witness of all your thoughts. You are now out of them, so to speak, and you're watching them. You're witnessing them. And this is the beginning of deeper self-realization. But you can also then step from the porch back inside the front door, inside the house, and you can sit there inside the house and look out the front door or look out the windows and see the rain. And now it's very obvious that you are this seeing of the rain, seeing of the thoughts, and you're no longer entangled. You're no longer getting wet. When you step onto the porch, now you're on this covered porch, and there's all this sort of space on the porch. There's all this space on the porch. like a new empty space that is free from the rain. And now this feeling of I starts to merge, starts to step back into more a sense of being just the witness. It's not I as in the way you normally feel yourself as I. There's now this feeling of a deeper witness inside, or of a witness. There's a feeling of a witness deeper inside. And it's akin to standing there on the porch where you feel the space around you on the porch and all of it is out of the rain. And then when you step inside the house, inside this large room, the witness, the feeling of being the witness, merges back into an even deeper awareness of seeing and a deeper awareness of being. So the farther you step back and then out of the rain of all your thoughts and of all this thinking, the feeling of I diminishes. It diminishes and becomes a feeling as the witness. And then the feeling as the witness diminishes, merges into, fades into, is absorbed by a deeper internal awareness. And this is a deeper internalization of self-realization. You're now going deeper into the silence of your being. Peter Ingle called it the quiet place within. Other teachers and other teachings over the centuries have called it by different names. And if you can stay here in the house and realizing yourself as this presence in the silence of being, just watching the mind and watching the thoughts, watching the rain come down, you can realize this is a different dimension in you that you don't ordinarily operate from and that goes unrecognized by you deeper inside. And if you can stay here, if you can stay in this quiet place, just watching for long enough and realize that you're there watching, this awareness, this consciousness deep inside will start to undergo a transformation. And the transformation will become deeper and deeper and deeper.